So Melissa is the has been here the least amount of time from us old farts, as you can see. So Melissa is quite new, but meteoric rise, massive success, but some struggles to start with as well, like all of us. So Melissa, if you can just kick off and let everybody know your story.
So I was asked on the it's great to see everybody. Hello, by the way. I was asked on to go on a training and I had a little bit of a slide deck. So the guys thought it might be nice if I just showed that and just kind of gave you guys some background and some stats and just kind of showed you because I started in March last year. So we're actually looking at like 1 year in. So, and you guys are probably, some of you might be in your first year of the journey, or you might be in your later in the journey, but it just might be good to see kind of what a new person does. Is that work? Can you, everybody hear me? Yes? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah.
All right, so
Yes,
let me share my
perfect. Just
screen.
sorry, we turned off our mics to try and make it quieter. You carry on.
So, all right, I am sharing my screen. Can you guys see that? No?
Yes,
Yes,
reason
that's
I
perfect.
can't.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Oh, maybe I can put it over here. Anyway, that's all right. Yes, so look, so my background, I was a mortgage broker for a long time. Well, I worked in banking first, and then I was a mortgage broker. And I actually went into business with a business partner and ran a mortgage business for 7 years in New Zealand. So look, it was a very successful business, and it grew really fast. And I really loved what I did, but it was, and that's kind of how it all started. So look, I started the Launchpad. I started Launchpad about a year ago. So in March last year, I probably spent about 3 to 4 months just kind of, going through the training, getting my website up and running, and then doing different marketing. So we kind of had a bit of shiny object syndrome, where we kind of did a few different things. So it took us a little while to kind of find.
Morning.
What's that? Did someone say something? No? Oh, someone maybe has their mic on. So yeah, so it took a little bit to go through those things, get the marketing right. And we actually started, I'll get to that. We did articles, we started with YouTube videos, but that's kind of on the next slide. So I'll just get to that in a little bit. But basically, yeah, so July we had our first sale. So that was really exciting because me and my husband were both doing videos in the beginning. But then I switched to articles, had my first sale. So that was a really exciting day in July, but that definitely was not kind of what ended up being my winning ad. So I had about, I would say between 10 to 15 failed ads before, and like rewrites of, I don't know how many rewrites of articles and, and different things, and trying different, things to write about the articles, trying different, ways to put it together, things like that. So it definitely was a bit of a journey, to find our place in it. But after we had our first sale, we just kept going. We weren't going to give up. I didn't care how many articles I had to write. I really wanted to make this work. So it was about mid-September that I put out an article ad, and I really started realizing that it was different. So it kind of just started working different. It was just the lead cost was good. Like you kind of can see it when it starts happening. And shortly after that, in October, I ended up having my first 5-figure month. So I'd only been around about 7 months. I couldn't believe I was having a 5-figure month. So that was very, very exciting. And then it just went crazy after that. So when I did my stats, I did a post on Facebook. Some of you guys might have seen it. But yeah, between October 1st and the end of February, I'd earned over 100,000 in commission. So it was just crazy and incredible. And yeah, it really blew up, but it wasn't an easy path getting there, I had to, keep going, try different things. Like it definitely wasn't my first ad, like some people. But yeah, this is just what I talked about. Like, I guess I've already probably went over a lot of this stuff, is that we did do quite a few videos, started writing articles. We'd get a few sales. You guys might have been in this situation where you've had your first sale, but the lead cost got too high, or the cost per modern wealthy got too high, or those sorts of stats, and you had to turn it off. So, my best piece of advice with that sort of thing is just try to be a little bit easy on yourself with that sort of thing. I know it can feel really daunting, and it can feel a bit bad when you have an ad and you've put so much work and effort to it, and it doesn't work, but it's kind of more like science. You got to look at it like, okay, what can I learn from this? Because I feel like I learned so much from every failed ad. So you have to kind of take something away from every ad and go, okay, all right, I understand what happened there. Now, what can I tweak? What can I do? What can I try? Do I need to go back to the training and go over things? Like I had the problem sometimes of rushing through certain parts of the training. So I would go back and go, okay, I need to go over this bit again and really understand my messaging or how to get that right. So there's like, don't take it as a failure. It's just one step towards your winning ad. So look, I wanted to talk, I just thought I'd end a little bit on ad spend, because obviously you see the commissions and things like that, but I obviously don't take home all that. So I just wanted to show everybody's different with ad spend as well, but I'll just kind of give you a bit of a breakdown of the spend. So first off, when you see some of these big numbers, you don't spend this right away. Like I think I started some of my ads, I think I started at $5 US a day. Some people start at like $1 or $3 a day. Like you can start really, really low when you're testing your ads, and you don't want to start too high because obviously you don't know if your first ad is going to be the winning ad. Yeah, most of them started at 10, but I think my very first ones, I probably started at less than that. And then what I would do, and this strategy is taught in Launchpad, is I would use like the profit I had at the end of the month, and then I would increase the budget. Like once you get that ad that that's working, you don't do this when you don't have a winning ad, but once you get an ad that has all the stats and things like that, then you can start using the profit and increasing it. So that's kind of what I did to keep scaling that ad budget. So then I wasn't dipping into my pocket to get to these numbers. So that's kind of where that's sitting. So and I think in February, like I don't have February on here, but I think in February it was probably closer to 10 grand. So yeah, so that's kind of me in a nutshell. And my journey. It's been an incredible year. I think, like, to be fair, for me and my background, the best part's been just the lifestyle I've been able to create. And these guys, can attest to that as well. They've been doing this a lot longer than me, but it's incredible. Like once you get that, it takes a bit of work to get that ad, and you have to keep going and you have to persevere, or some people to get it right away. But for me, it took a while. But once you do, the lifestyle that you can create with this business and all the automations and everything like that, I mean, it's incredible. Like I'm not stressed out working 60 hours a week anymore. I'm earning good money. I'm able to like go do the things I want to do. I booked my tickets back to the States for June to see my family, and I'm going to take my laptop. I can stay a bit longer this time. I'm not rushing back because something's happening in my business or my staff so yeah, it's been an incredible journey and a great, first year with Launch You.